What up, everybody? You know what it is? Your boy Big Bootsie. Yeah, I'm back once again, man. We got a lot of interesting things going on out here. I don't know what's going on out here in our world, people, man. We got to tighten up. We got to do better. We got to move smarter, man. For real, before we get into things, man, make sure y'all subscribe. If you haven't already, share it. Share this. Everybody, this episode is a must-do share. We need to get this out to the people, because it's crazy out here. You know, hit us up on our Cash App. No donation is too small. We appreciate everything, man, so we can keep this thing rolling. And right now it's about the kids with this episode right here, man. It's real crazy. It's real deep. And, I want to get into it real serious. I want to say appreciate everybody that's been holding it down, everybody that's been cash apping, supporting us. Thank you. Really appreciate everybody out there, everybody that came on and actually did interviews with me, and more to come, y'all. I got more interviews, man, so I'm gonna get into it. Right now I want to get into something real serious, man. These little young girls out in Texas. I don't know what's going on with Texas, man. I guess they real cowboys out there for real, man. Like, it's crazy, man. So, it's a story reported that 3 little girls was missing. 9-year-old Zahariel Oliver, Amia Hughes, which was 8 years old, and Tamari Oliver, 5 years old. On July 30th, 2022, they was found dead in a pond after being reported missing. And what's crazy is that what the kicker is, when they found them in the pond, they thought that they was drowned. And I'm wondering, why was no cameras out there? Where's the cameras? It was a private pond on somebody's property, and it's taking them like a long time to get answers and get DNA samples and all that, and they saying that it's went quiet for these 3 young, beautiful little angels, man. It's crazy. How could somebody do this to little kids, man? They just babies, man. Now they don't get to see the life that they was put on this planet for, man. So once they had the autopsy, they realized that these 3 beautiful young girls was strangled before they got in that pond. Lacerations on their face. Like, this is a real sad situation, man. And noise need to be made about this. Why is it taking the police so long to investigate this situation? I'm sure they're gonna come up with some reason why, but it don't take them long when they want to get somebody for things that nobody actually done. They'll grab a person up quick for that. But they got 3 pretty young girls that's killed. Nobody knew where they was at. And the cousin was watching them while the mother was at work. The cousin, her name is Paris Props. She was watching them, and later on, like 9 p.m. at night, she reported them missing. And they found them at 3 a.m. that morning inside of the pond. Describe to me what kind of a monster. And I'm wondering, how did they get all 3 girls to actually kill them and choke all of them? What was the other 2 doing while they was choking one? I'm confused how that happened. And I'm not seeing, I was reading up on it, I haven't seen anything with signs of struggle or anything, and I'm gonna stay abreast with what's going on. But when it came across my attention, one of my peoples know I do this podcast thing, they sent me this, and it's like it's being quiet. Why the media not speaking about this? This is something that's serious. It's our kids. It's It's our future for tomorrow. How could somebody be so cruel and nasty? What could a kid possibly do to you? And it's crazy, and I know that the parents got to be devastated. They have somebody there watching their kid so they could work and provide for their family, and something like this still happens to their kid, to 3 of them, 3 sisters, man. Like, what's going on? And then, my next thing is, what was the cousin doing? Because for 3 kids to get missing and killed and choked, that means somebody had enough time to do whatever they needed to do. So what was the cousin doing? Where was the cousin at? How could you be real irresponsible enough not to watch them kids? And I don't want to say, because I'm sure they're going to utilize her as a suspect. So I don't want to say nothing about that part, because I haven't seen anything about that as of her being a suspect to the killings of them 3 babies, man. I couldn't imagine, man. That would probably mess me up mentally if I was in those parents' shoes. Because you're not supposed to bury your kids, man. That's just a well-known human nature fact of life. And especially not that young. And especially due to the hands of another person taking their lives for nothing. Those is kids. They have no wins against a grown person. Like, y'all, please let me know in the comments, man, what y'all think of this situation. I need everybody that actually hear this, make some noise. Please share this. Share it to everybody you can, and make sure you tell them to share it, because it's a must that we keep this rolling. We can't let this get quiet. Imagine if it was your kids, your little cousins, your nieces, your nephews. This is real heartbreaking, man. It's real heartbreaking. So I don't know what would possess somebody to do that. And I know how kids get under your skin when they be making a lot of noise and all, when they playing and stuff like that. But they kids, they don't know no better. You know what you signed up for. That's not no reason to harm a kid. They don't know no better, man. And if you're not a person that can handle watching kids, and I really don't want to say that, because it might, the cousin might not have been the one to actually do this crime. But some people have done crimes like that because the kids was so doing so much that it irritated them to actually do bodily harm to a child. But what would make somebody come in the yard or wherever the kids was playing at and actually do that to a kid? So if it's in the neighbor's pond, that means the kids had to be outside. And once again, I'm just still wondering how much time did they have to commit these crimes against 3 young girls. What the other 2 was doing when the first strangulation was going on, man. They should have known to run. I'm confused. And if anybody know about this story, been following up on it, and please, man, please let me know what's going on. Because I really would love to know. And I'm going to stay doing my research as well. If we have to talk about this again up here on the podcast, I definitely will. And just keep me abreast, man. I'm just like a loss for words with this one, man. So yeah, Texas got a lot going on. So now I'm gonna say something else. I'm gonna get into something else about two cheerleaders down in Texas was shot. because one person got in the wrong car. One of the cheerleaders got in the wrong car. The cheerleader was leaving. They was leaving from I think they said a practice, and they was going to the carpool parking lot. And one of the cheerleaders got out to get in her car, which she thought was her car, getting out of her friend's car. And she got into the car, and there was a guy in there, Spanish guy. And she noticed that she got into the wrong car. So she got back out the car and went and got back into her friend's car. And the guy got out. He was in the passenger seat. So he gets out. And when he get out, he approaches the vehicle that the two cheerleaders was in. And she rolled her window down to apologize to the guy, let him know she thought that was her car. She apologized, wanted to apologize. He immediately opens fire. One of them got treated and let go the same day, thank God. The other one got airlifted to the hospital in critical condition. Now this is crazy. So now, and his name was Pedro Tella Rodriguez. So y'all gonna get where I'm gonna come back at with this story, because they later on he fled the scene, and the police went to his house and went and got him and locked him up. So as they should, because you don't just shoot no innocent. You know them girls wasn't no threat to you, and you should have listened to what they were saying to you. So I don't get that what that was all about and his mental. He was 25 years old. So now I want to get into something real deep, and we're gonna get back to the two cheerleaders. So I'm not sure if everybody that's listening to the sound of my voice right now is familiar with Ralph Yarl. Ralph Yarl is a 16-year-old, was shot twice by a young man. By a white man, excuse me. A 16-year-old young man was shot twice by a white man. When he rang the white man bell, the white man immediately opens fire on him through his glass door, and then walks outside and stands over him and shoot him in the head. I'm not understanding what was going through that man's head to do that, and the only thing the young guy did was ring the bell. So this is the thing. He was going to pick his siblings up. So the street that he was going to was Northeast 115th Terrence Street, which he got mistaken by Northeast 115th Street. And when he rang that bell, that's when the guy opens fire. No hesitation, no asking who are you, what are you looking for, no nothing. Open fires through the glass, walk outside, go stand over the young boy, and shoots him in the head. You can't tell that that's a child standing at the door. You can't tell that he wasn't there on no mischievous behavior, looking like he was up to something. He rang the bell. So I'm thinking if the door was a glass door, that means you actually got a chance to look and see who was standing at your door. I'm confused. Why would this man shoot an unarmed person? And the guy's known to be a good little young guy, productive little citizen. He plays, look like it's the the saxophone. Real good dude, man. If y'all get a chance, y'all check out Ralph Yarl, 16 years old. And my prayers go out to his family because this man really tried to take his life, right? But guess what? Thank God he survived. He survived, yes. But they didn't arrest the guy. They take the man downtown, question him. After they take him downtown and question him, they let this man go. He goes home. Now when he get home, allegedly, they say he destroyed some evidence. So they allow him to destroy evidence, everything. So, and I'm wondering, like, if they're gonna say now that being that he wasn't charged, if he did move things around, and I guess call himself cleaning up after the fact, just cleaning up the house, the yard, or whatever. They let him go, so it wasn't nothing to be looked at as evidence. That was not a stand your ground move. That was not a self-defense situation. So I'm wondering what kind of police do they have down there on their squad, and how did they analyze that situation? They actually looked at it as if this guy, the young guy, was breaking into the house or trying to break into the house. What situation did they see that the young guy was breaking into the house? What situation did they see that this man had all right to shoot this young boy after just ringing a bell? No banging on the door, boom, boom, boom. If somebody was breaking in, they're not going to bang and boom, boom, boom anyway. If he was there to bring bodily harm to that man that lived in there, it would have, I'm sure, that mean he would have had a weapon. And he would have shot the door down himself or broke the doorknob with a bat. I don't know. It's confusing to me how the police take this man downtown and he's not arrested yet. So they got information too that y'all could go and chip in y'all opinions to the situation. Y'all can go and help out and push the issue to actually get these police on going and arrest this person. Because that's not cool that this young guy is somewhere fighting for his life. Like how, where do they do that? How that even came about? But they got a guy, Sean King, SHAUN, King, KINJ. He's been helping the family out, covering the story. So y'all can go on his page and check out the story and see a few things of what he put together to help the family out. This is a heartbreaking situation. And they also got a GoFundMe page, man. In 2 days, he helped that family raise $3,040,000. And I still say everybody still donate, because a shot in the head, man, no telling how he might end up. Hopefully he gonna be back to himself. One of my friends been shot in the head before, and he lost his sense of taste and smell, but overall he's functioning correctly. He's not like a vegetable or none of that. So that's a good thing. But some people end up not functioning correctly and going through a bunch of turmoil behind this stuff, man. So yeah, y'all go on Sean King's page and y'all get to see the tremendous help that he has done with helping his family. And they got all the information. As a matter of fact, let me pull up the information for y'all so y'all could check it out, or y'all could jot it down and go help out. Because it's something, this is that serious. 16-year-old boy laid up, he don't even know why this happened to him. Just going to pick up his siblings. And now this man is out here free to roam around how he wants to. Yo, this is what's crazy, man. Like, very crazy. Let me get this info for y'all. Oh man. And they raised that $3 million in 2 days. He said over 81,000 people showed up and supported, man. It's real. That's real big. And like you said, a young black boy has the right to accidentally go to 115th Street instead of 115th Terrence without being shot, and that's a fact. And he's saying the action steps that's needed. You can email the prosecutor, Zachary Thompson, and this is in Kansas City. Prosecutor at claycopa.com, CLAYCOPA.com. You can call him at 816-736-8300. 816-736-8300. Call the Kansas City Police Department at 816-234-5111 and 816-234-5000. And they saying, let them know this is not a stand your ground case. And the charges must be filed in the shooting of 16-year-old Ralph Yarl. So, y'all got the information, man. It's a must we go support. This was sent to me also by people that's actually donating their services to the cause also, and they felt that I should talk about it on my podcast to let y'all guys, my audience know what's going on. So everybody make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all share this, excuse me. But if you're brand new to my page, please subscribe, hit them like buttons, but make sure y'all share this, tremendously share it, and have your friends and friends of your other friends, tell them to have their friends share it as well. We can't keep letting stuff like this happen to our youth. Those are our tomorrow. Those are our young faces for tomorrow that can better things for us. That's a problem now why we don't have a lot going on. And I want to get back to that Texas thing with the young girls. because this guy wasn't charged in Ralph Yarl's case. Shot him for nothing. The other guy, which was a brown-skinned brother, Spanish guy, was charged with no hesitation. And it's the same style of thing, except, a little different. She opened the door and got in, which he was ignorant for that. That's a girl. He sees she didn't do no harm. You can almost tell a person's motion that they know that they made a mistake. I have walked in parking lots and pulled on the door thinking it was my car before. I've done that. I couldn't imagine that I couldn't have a chance to get away because somebody shot me just because I made an honest mistake. But they got in his car. I don't know, maybe he's schizophrenic. He might have panicked or whatever, but he couldn't have been couldn't be too much scared because she got out the car and got in her own car. So I don't know what's going through his head for him to do that. What type of guy he is, if he's in a gang and think that somebody else sent a girl to come and kill him or whatever, I don't know. My thing is, the police charged him with no hesitation. I know it's two different. That's Texas, and the Ralph Yarl is in Kansas City. But 9 times out of 10, it's normally always that way. When it's a white person, they don't get charged. They look into it, and it was a black young guy that was shot. Now it was a black man in his 20s, 25, that shot somebody for them opening the door. Only thing, he took off running, I get it, but still. They opened my door, sir. I thought they was trying to get me. He could have at least ran with that, but I'm just saying that to say, which that don't make it right. Don't get it twisted. He was way out of line, shooting them young girls. Way out of line. I'm just saying, what excuse he could have made the police to let him go. I don't know. I'm still wondering what was the excuse to put that the police let the white man tell him. What evidence that they had that made them have any kind of doubt that this guy was in the right or wrong, should I say. In the right rather, because they let him go. I'm wondering, I'm baffled behind that. And it's been a lot of times, man, that something happened to one of our brown skin of color people done by a white person and get away with it. Zimmerman is definitely one of them. All evidence pointed against him, and they still let this man go free after killing our young black brother, man. I'm very confused with this situation, and some justice gotta get done. Justice gotta get done. Them 3 little young sisters, man, that's so sad. That's sad. Then we got this young brother, 16 years old, doing everything he's supposed to do in school. He was just going to pick up his siblings, man. And got shot like a dog in the street, like a nobody, like he has no rights, like he didn't make an honest mistake. I've walked to people's doors before, and it was the wrong door. I remember I was in D.C. few months ago, me and my bro Unique Mega Audio, and we was at we went up there for a function that I speak about, that we had a good time at, and our homie gave Unique a key because he got us a room, and he told us the room number, and we went to a room and we put the key in the door, and it worked. And it was a man, woman, and his woman in there, and one of their other friends in there. And we walked in the room, and they looking at us, and we looking at them like, yo, what's going on? They like, what's going on? And he showed them the key, showed them that the door opened. They knew the door was closed. But some kind of way it was an honest mistake. They gave us the wrong key, which the people downstairs at the front desk gave it to Unique's homeboy, and he was just holding it until we got there to the actual, till we got to the hotel where he was at, so he can give us the key. He was just holding the key. He was in his own room, and he gave us the key, and we went down there. That was a mistake on behalf of the hotel. And it's like, who would have think you would just walk and go to the wrong address, man, and then get shot, and then the man stands over you to shoot you, to kill you. And the police seen that it was cool to let this man go home? How? You shot through the door, he falls to the ground. Then you walk over to actually take his life. He didn't even pass your threshold for you to even try to utilize that, him breaking into your house. And they still let this man go home, man, and not charged with nothing. My blessing and prayers go up to his family. Like, that's wild, and let's hope and pray that his recovery be a normal one. It's gonna change him mentally for a while. I know he's gonna need therapy and all that, but hopefully at his right state of mind, and he gets more than enough money to take care of himself for the rest of his life, for college. Like they said, that should take care of his college, school, all of the above, man. Be able to go to any college. We know them hospital bills is gonna be mega large. At least they won't have that to worry about. Shout out to all the generous people that actually made that happen. Shout out to the guy Sean King that brought this story to life and pulled the people together. So, hopefully, man, y'all call, because I'm definitely going to call. I'm making my calls to that police department and ask them, what's the reasons for not making an arrest to a suspect. I'm gonna call him a suspect, to attempting to murder somebody, because he didn't pass that threshold. There was no activity of him trying to break into the property. It was a no hesitating shooting. He didn't have to say he feared for his life, because he couldn't fear for his life because he was behind the doors. And the young boy just rang the bell. It was nothing, no fondling, no looking around, looking like he was up to something, skeptical. It was a ring the bell and he got shot. No sign of a struggle. No nothing. They dead wrong for that. for not locking that man up. That man's dead wrong for trying to take that kid's life. That's somebody's baby, man. 16-year-old, that's a baby. Like, wow. Once again, I couldn't imagine hearing my 16-year-old shot, left for dead, possibly might die. I'm sitting in that hospital. I would be going crazy. One thing about, we practice preaching about doing all the right things, but I don't know. Something like that would probably be one of the most things that would make me snap. And probably wouldn't even mind going to jail for the rest of my life. And it's hard, and maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but I'm just gotta be honest. For you to touch my kids and bring harm to them, and they didn't do nothing to you, not even thinking about doing no harm. That wasn't even on that young man's mind. He was gonna get his siblings and go home and I guess do what they normally do throughout the day. Homework, studying, practicing on his saxophone. Now he don't get to do none of that. He in the hospital fighting for his life, and this man gets to go home and eat good, watch TV, and probably call and talking about how he just shot a Negro, but probably said the other word the other way around. And now y'all are gonna open the doors up to make other white people think that it's cool to do that because they gonna get away with it. So now they looking for somebody just to make a mistake and open their door or ring their bell. So it's a crime now to ring a bell when it's an honest mistake. It's a crime to have the right to bear force on somebody, to use force. That's crazy. And getting back to the young girls, is it cool that it take this long to actually find out who killed them girls? There's no forensic evidence around. It takes that long? Or are y'all really focusing on who killed them 3 little young girls? We really want to know what's going on out there in Texas. What's going on out there in Kansas City? But we know for the cheerleaders, we know where the guy had that shot them. We know that he's a brown skinned brother that got locked up immediately. So why is there different circumstances on the color of people's skin to determine whether they go to jail or not? But like I said, the Rodriguez dude was way out of line. But he could have came up with a story of they opened my car and I got scared. That's why I left. But they opened my door. I thought they was going to do something to me. He could have came up with a line like that. And the police wouldn't want to hear it. But I'm wondering if he was a white guy, left the scene after doing it and said a story like that, and they might would have let him go as well. That's what it seems like. Us as color, we get the bad end of the stick, man. And these are lessons for us to tighten up out here, man. We gotta watch a lot of these things, what's going on. We can't be out here moving freely with our eyes closed and thinking that everything is cool, that we can do a lot of things, which we should be able to do what we want to do as long as we're not breaking no laws. But I'm just saying, just be careful how you move so you don't get caught up in a tug of war where somebody did you wrong. You didn't even have a chance to defend yourself. It's sad, but it's so real out here right now. It's so serious right now. They have control over everything. It's hard for us to get jobs inside of courthouses in certain places. Because some of them just have longevity. They work them jobs till the day they die. Then when they die, they'll grab one of their own or who they know and pull them in. It won't go to a guy or a female that just graduated out of college. So simple. But certain places do have a lot of people of color working there, but they're not the shot callers. We ain't gonna be shot callers for a long time, and even if some of them are shot callers, they are just a face that look like they are showing equal rights to us people as color. It's just a fake out look. And the majority of the time, some of our own get in those positions and forget where they come from. And they'll let whatever happen to us, as long as it's not them and their family. We gotta tighten up out here, man. Because they just trying to erase us off the map legally. Utilizing all their legal resources to get rid of us. When one of us pass away and die, and we don't know who did it, they don't care. They don't fight hard for it. When one of us die or pass away from illegal activity, they're going to lock up anybody that they can get close to it to put the crime on, just to get a pat on the back or credit for saying that they solved the case. And they know that the real murderer is still out there. They don't care. Black person dead and another black person in jail. Figure it out. Takes longer to figure it out to get out of jail. And look at all these guys coming home. Look at the Central Park murder. Them boys been in jail for years, and then it was the guy that did it was in a whole other jail. Luckily he was a stand-up dude and let them know it was him, being that he know he wasn't going home no time soon. If he wouldn't have did that, them guys would still be in jail. Like, what's going on out here, man? We gotta move lightly. We gotta tread lightly, man. And these kids, we need justice for these kids, man. Today, we need justice for these kids. It's time to tighten up. And whoever watching this, if you guys got a podcast, please go and make this an issue on your podcast and spread awareness as well. Or whatever y'all do. If y'all on your Facebooks, everything, man. Those is babies. Imagine if that was your babies. Put yourself in that position. Google them kids' names and read the story so you can really feel the impact on what I'm talking about right now. Because it touched me as soon as I seen it. I said, I got to speak about it on my podcast. I have to. I think doing things like this it kind of automatically puts you in the duty to do so. Because everything ain't about getting the likes and all that stuff. It's about really bringing awareness to it. And that's what this podcast is about, bringing awareness, spreading positivity. I don't really want to go off on no street stuff, but we speak about street stuff, like I always say, just to get our point across to the young boys about we've been there, done that. But we not thrashing people. I don't want to be going back and forth, beefing with nobody. None of that. I don't even have time and that energy to want to have to do that. But we got to make a stand, man, before before our culture be extinct due to the fact because we all in jail and we all killing each other and we all letting the white man kill us. And I don't really like to say the white man, but that don't go for all white people because I got a lot of good white friends that hold me down. I consider a brother. So I'm just saying the evil ones that want to get rid of us and take us out of here. Because I can call my friends right now if I needed something, they're going to look out for me. They already have done things and looked out for me whenever I needed them to come through. I've learned a lot of things from them that they taught me and, brought to my awareness of things. So it's not about that. It's not about white and black. It's just about what's right and who's right. And we gotta go and get on this situation about them young kids. So I make sure y'all help the young boy. If you can, keep donating. Have your friends donate. And when I say keep donating, meaning the ones that haven't, don't look at that there's 3 million, because that's really nothing to a lot of bills he's going to have to pay, a lot of treatment that he's going to have to endure. And then he deserves something big for college and have him set up so he can have a normal life, get back on track with his life. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something that he deserves. Unfortunately, it had to happen like this. It's very heartbreaking and it's very sad, man. And y'all hit me up. Y'all keep sending me these stories if y'all think that they need to be put out there and it's quiet somewhere. If y'all have any stories, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to help out. And y'all still can come through on my channel. I'll be telling a few stories of things that we went through and talking to this youth about don't follow that path and whatever I could do to help out. So y'all hit me up on my Instagram at I am Big Bootsie. I am Big Bootsie, BOOTSIE. And hit me in the DMs with something that if y'all need it covered and y'all feel that it's not getting no awareness to it. I don't mind covering stuff like that, especially when it comes to kids, because I love kids. And it's just the right thing to do. And we all must stick together as a whole. If we stick together, we do better, we get greater, and more greater things to come in life to actually put together new and greater things for our young kids growing up, to be in position to make other things greater, for the world, like just inventing new things. They living a good life, they can think better. They're eating good, they can think better. So we help create those things for the kids that'll create a bigger and better life for our kids. When we ain't here, they can talk about what we did to actually make whatever new inventions that they are, or the positions we put them in to do this, to do the things that's out there in the near future. So y'all know what it is, your boy Big Bootsie, man. Make sure y'all, once again, share, like. If y'all haven't subscribed and you're new to my channel, please subscribe, share to all your friends. This is a must-see and a must-do episode right here. And I appreciate y'all, man. Your boy Big Bootsie. I'm signing out.